Could be on the horizon. At today's conference in Baghdad, Iraq said that it would invite foreign ministers from the Mideast and developed nations to Istanbul next month. Joining us now from New York is Raghida Dergham, MSNBC analyst and senior diplomatic correspondent with Al Hayat newspaper. And welcome back. Lots to talk about.
Thank you. Yes.
Raghida, what's the upshot from all of these plans for continued talks? I mean, they are going to include the U.S., Iran, as well as Syria.
Yeah, but this is not a major shift in policy. This is not about normalization of relations between Iran and the United States or the United States and Syria. This is a conference that is searching for a collective way, a regional and international, to deal with the problems of Iraq. But this is not about an end to the polarization, to the things that have been going on in Iraq, unfortunately, at the expense of the Iraqis. It's a good beginning, but I don't think this is going to be a major change in the bilateral relations of the major powers who are involved in Iraq in a very fundamental way.
And Raghida, I want to talk right now about Iran's nuclear program. The U.S. certainly been pushing for tighter UN sanctions against Iran, but getting a fair amount of resistance, certainly from Russia and China. How do things stand?
Alex, you're right. There is resistance by Russia and China to some details in the resolution that's being discussed. Yesterday, the ambassadors met, and today I think there are contacts amongst the capitals to fine-tune the draft resolution that it's hoped will be adopted next week. But at any rate, the most important thing, Alex, is the fact that they are speaking about beefing up the sanctions on Iran. And there is no division there. The consensus is, including the position, of course, of China and Russia, that there is a need for a further resolution that is making Iran feel that it is still isolated in the international community. This resolution is under Chapter 7, which means it's binding, and it puts Iran in the category of the likes of Sudan, Al-Qaeda, Sierra Leone, and that's been biting for Iran.
And the U.S. Ambassador Khalilzad has said that all Iraq's neighbors are going to suffer if that country disintegrates, that they should stop sending weapons and fighters, cool down all the rhetoric. How can the U.S. convince them to stop what they've been doing, Raghida?
You know, Alex, the U.S. has been blamed to be part of this terrible state of Iraq by some neighbors and Iraqis as well. But at the moment, everybody is really afraid of the disintegration of Iraq. The Iranians are scared because they don't want to inherit a broken Iraq in the way that disintegration will really leave this country. The Syrians as well, the Gulf Arabs do not want a disintegrated Arab country. And maybe that by itself, the fear, particularly if the United States pulls out, and everybody feels that the United States will be pulling out at one point or another, that fear may be the way to just tell them, sit back and see what would happen. That sectarian strife that's going on is spreading. And that, too, is a source of fear, not only for the Arabs, but now for the Iranians as well. It doesn't mean that they're changing policies overnight, but at least it's a wake-up call that all hurt if that Iraq disintegrates in what it looks like would be a disintegration.
So then you are placing a connection here with these developments to the U.S. troop surge and the possible withdrawal, quickly?
Yes, of course. Everybody is, this is another part that's rather confusing maybe, but what unites the Arabs and the Iranians in this particular state of things in the region is the fear of an immediate withdrawal by the United States. But I think the beef up is welcomed by some Arab states, frightening Iran, but it would be also a preliminary action, I guess, from the point of view of the United States to pull out. And the pull out is what is making everybody take notice.
Okay. Raghida Dergham, as always, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Alex. Great seeing you.
Thank you.